So we're going to be firing up the sawmill again soon. Got to get some firewood split, but we're going to fire up the sawmill too before too long. And we're going to get a few trees on the ground so they can start drying a little bit before we cut them up. The best way to do that is to lay them out here in the sun, leave the needles on them. Them needles will soak 10% of the moisture out of the tree in just a few weeks laying in the sun. Randy's clearing around the first tree. We're going to take that tree out. I think we'll take that tree out. We might take a third tree out of this clump. I do not know. But then we're going to go over there and we're going to take at least one tree out over there and lay it out into the field, just to get them out here and get them started drying and to get them out of the way for the next, because as you can see, I've got a bumper crop of pine trees right in this little area. And it's actually a pretty easy place to get to, as it goes right up this trail here. And if you look real close like, there are several more nice pine trees here that'll fall right out into this clearing. And then we can just pick them up, and that's the trail home right over there. The house is right through them trees and a couple other clumps of trees. So easy pickings as far as pine trees go. So that's what we're doing today on Spring Holler Farm. If you haven't yet, give us a like. Subscribe if you haven't, because please, we need subscribers. We're shooting to make a buck so we can buy better equipment and even do more work. So help us to do that. Also, be sure and look down in the description. You'll always find something in my description worth buying on Amazon, and I get a little nickel or dime from that sometimes. So please help out the channel any way you can. Thanks again for watching. Now on to seeing some trees fall. I know that's what you're waiting for, right? One thing you always want to do before you cut a tree down is get all the sticker vines and brush out from around it. And that little handheld chainsaw that I showed you the other day, it is wonderful for clearing the brush out from around a tree like this, so that I can walk around and cut it without having to fight the brush. Handy dandy little saw. Billy came back to get me. Beautiful. One down. That was easy enough. Randy's going to take that one there because it's already leaning this way really heavily. All the limbs on that tree are hanging out over the field. Unfortunately, the wind is still blowing that direction. So we'll see how it goes. There we go. Now maybe I should get out of the way. You can see that tree's leaning heavy right out into the field. It should lay in the field just 15 or 20 feet my direction from the last tree. Let's see what we got out here. Well, it'd be nice to burn this off, but there's a burn ban until it rains tomorrow, and then you can't burn because it's wet. Of course, in this wind, I understand why there's a burn ban. Probably ought to be a tree cutting ban too, but here we are. These will make some nice saw logs. There she goes. Timber. That was easy enough. Boy, it's nice when you have a sharp saw. I'd say that's probably a good 16, 17 inches. Well, this one might not be. This might be more like 16. That one over there is probably more like 17 or 18 inches in diameter at the base. We should be able to get two good, depending on how long, we should be able to get a couple of nice saw logs out of that one. And quite a bit of junk firewood. Anything that ain't oak, I call junk firewood. Pine's good for when you have decent, just chilly nights. Pine's all right. You just got to make sure it's good and dry. This one over here is not quite as good of a tree, but we'll get at least one nice long one out of it, or a couple short ones, and a lot of limb wood. Have a big old bonfire somewhere. Randy's fixing to cut down another one. He's all excited about getting to use a sharp saw. Alrighty, we are ready to rock. Gonna cut it right-handed. Let me get back out of the way a little bit, make sure I'm safe. There she goes. Timber. Whoosh. Nice breeze hits you when that tree hits the ground. Now this one's quite a bit smaller. It's probably only about 14, 15 inches at the base. But it holds its size for quite a while because it bushed out at the top. So that'll make some nice logs. We'll get probably 2 saw logs to a tree. There's 6 right there. Now we just got to figure out how to get them up out of here. That's the hard part. How are we going to get all these logs up out of here? Well, we'll have to wait and see. That one did not fall very well.
Beautiful. Nice job, Steve.